Hi everyone, Jen Turnham here from Inspired Women with Jen. If you want to know a little bit more about it, it's a Facebook group and it's private. It's full of women who lift each other up and support each other, and it's all about doing more things for ourselves in this crazy busy world. So you can find us on Facebook at Inspired Women with Jen. I'm just going to turn my volume on to make sure that I've got sound. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So in case you didn't, I'm Jen from Inspired Women with Jen, which is a free Facebook group, community of women lifting each other up, supporting each other, and it's about finding more time to do things for ourselves in this crazy busy world. Now tonight, before I get started, I wanted to share with you a special offer that I've got running for the next 48 hours. So I'm going to be providing 5 hours of my time to basically do 5 calls with people for a reduced price of $47. And that's for the next 48 hours only. So if you're interested in taking me up on one of those calls, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just email hi@jenturnham.com within the next 48 hours and I'll get in touch with you and we can make a booking. Today's topic is how self-discipline is a myth, and 2 secrets to help you appear self-disciplined to the outside world. In terms of identifying how this seeming lack of self-discipline in your life might have played out in the past, have a think about how many times you have tried a new diet or a new exercise regime and only to be faced with basically feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not self-disciplined enough, I don't have enough willpower to follow through on whatever it is that you've decided you're going to achieve. For many people, this seems to happen every year around about New Year's Day or the first couple of weeks of January. So just, have a think about that for a moment, because I think we've all been there, we've all done that. So today I wanted to share with you the 2 main secrets that can help you appear self-disciplined in life. The first one is we all have a willpower battery, and the second one is creating the right habits. In terms of how this has played out in my life, back when most of you have heard, I suffered a bit of a health crisis back in 2015. And part of recovering from that health crisis, I basically had to implement so many lifestyle changes that it was quite overwhelming. So basically no coffee, no alcohol, you need to meditate, you need to implement all these relaxation techniques and other stress relieving activities, not to mention the seemingly hundreds of different supplements I needed to remember to take during the day as well. It was really difficult at first until I discovered these 2 secrets. So let's talk about number 1, which is our willpower battery. So the best way to think about willpower is it's kind of like the battery on your phone. When we wake up every morning, it's fully charged, and that's when we have the most willpower. But as it goes through the day, our willpower diminishes and diminishes and diminishes until later on in the day, it's pretty much gone. And what happens then is we revert to our default mechanism, which is basically our habits. So that's the willpower battery. So in terms of how you can use that, just if you're aware of it, if you're trying to implement new things, probably not the best idea late afternoon or after you get home from work. First thing in the morning is when our willpower is strongest. The good news is that we don't have to be a self-disciplined machine 100% of the time. Thank God for that, because that would just be so hard and pretty much impossible. In terms of how we can use that, I really like this quote that I came across, which is, success is doing the right thing, not doing everything right. Think about that for a minute. Success is doing the right thing, not doing everything right. The key, obviously, in terms of this quote, is to identify, well, what is the right thing? And that's obviously different for everybody because it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But if you can identify the right thing for you to do, turn that into a habit, then our subconscious brain takes care of it for us. Thing to know about habits is they're hard at first and they require willpower in the beginning, but they're so worth it. And if you are trying to implement a new habit, you need to give it at least 30 days before you try something new or before you give up, because that's a whole nother topic that I'll talk about another night, is habit formation. But just give it at least 30 days. So how I use these two secrets, the willpower battery and the creation of helpful habits, in terms of when I was so overwhelmed and I had all these things to do to try and deal with my endocrine system crisis, is first of all, I started with just one thing every morning. And I did it every morning as soon as I woke up, because that was when my willpower battery was full. And the one thing I chose to start with is 5 minutes of meditation. It wasn't too long, didn't seem too hard for my brain, because the minute your brain thinks, oh, that's too hard, it's just going to be overwhelmed and just find all these reasons to not do it. So make sure that the thing that you're trying to implement doesn't send your brain into a state of overwhelm. So I decided I was going to do 5 minutes of meditation every morning just after I woke up. And then once I'd mastered that and I felt like it was a habit, then I started to add additional things. In terms of how you can implement this in your life, have a think about what habits you could create that basically remove the need to think from the equation. That's what we're trying to achieve. Habits are so powerful because they remove choice, and choice is where we then need to use our willpower or our self-discipline. Using habits eliminates that choice, and our subconscious just takes care of things for us. As I mentioned, habits take willpower in the beginning, so don't try and create 5 different habits starting tomorrow, because that's not going to work. Just start with one, focus on that and build on it. That was a quick one tonight. So just in summary, my 2 secrets to appear to the world like you are a self-disciplined machine, even though you and I both know that it's a bit of a myth. The first one is to remember that our willpower and our self-discipline is like a battery. It's strongest in the morning and then it diminishes throughout the day. And the second one is to create habits, helpful habits that take care of things for you, so your subconscious just takes over and you you eliminate that choice and that, I suppose, excuse to go, oh no, I won't do that today. So that finishes tonight's live stream. I just wanted to remind everybody, another invitation, that if you are female, please come and join my Inspired Women with Jen group. We'd love to have you. And also the special offer that I've got for the next 48 hours, I'm offering 5 $47 coaching calls. Just need to email hi@jenturnham.com within the next 48 hours. So that's basically before, almost 48 hours. Let's make it before 5 p.m. on Thursday, Perth time, Perth, Australia, to book your spot. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the the recording of this, and I'll see you next week, Tuesday, 7:30. If you have any requests on what you'd like me to talk about or challenges that you're dealing with, feel free to email me again, hi@jenturnham.com. Have a great Tuesday night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.